There's a lot of frustration among men these days with women, even so, even so much that they have formed entire communities, like, for example, men going their own way, you see, which is a result of men not understanding the nature of women. You see, women have their nature in chaos. That's the nature of emotions, you see. Men and women are the physical manifestation of thoughts and feelings or emotions. Now, emotions are like feelings. I mean, emotions are like water, right? They ebb and they flow. They come and they go. One minute your feelings are like this, the next minute your feelings are like that. Ebb and flow, they come and go. See, the thing is, you are not supposed to change as a man. You see, you are the rock. You're supposed to be the rock that doesn't change, the rock at the beach. Whether the ocean is calm against the rock, or whether it is stormy against it and is beating against the rock, you are not supposed to change. When your woman starts throwing a hissy fit because she gets into her emotions, you see, the water is starting to whip against the rock, you are not supposed to change. You are not supposed to go and be like, oh, baby, 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 why are you like this? That's feminine. That's the energy of a woman. That turns your woman off even more and gets her even more aggressive. Now, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do what God does. Big surprise, I know. God says, I will return unto my place until you have acknowledged your sin. Okay? So if you decide to still crawl back into bed next to her when she's having her emotions riled up, if you still want to please her and calm her down, that's not going to do anything for you. It's just going to make it even worse because now you're behaving like a woman. That's emotional. That's feminine energy what you're doing. You see? Remove yourself. Have some self-respect, okay? Now that doesn't mean that your woman gets a free ticket to behave unseemly or aggressive against you. You see? It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you should be fulfilling your role. And when you do that, she will return to you and she will confess her sin, and then you will be back to a peaceful state. You see? That doesn't mean that women are evil. That's just simply her nature. That is the nature of emotions. They ebb and they flow, they come and they go, right? I mean, you can tell it in as a man as well, you see? You have also emotions. Don't they get riled up in you sometimes and then they're calm again? Does that mean because your emotions are going crazy in you that you are to change? No. Be ye perfect as your Father which art in heaven. Doesn't God say, I change not? God doesn't change. Just because other people change doesn't mean that God changes, you see? God is love, right? You see, that is the nature of love. Love is purely giving, it's not a reciprocating thing. See? Because I love you doesn't mean that you have to love me back. You see, in the scriptures, in the first book of Corinthians, chapter 13, we are told what love is. You see? And what is love? Love is love is God. You see? You are not to change as a man. Love doesn't change. God doesn't change. You see, your nature doesn't change. It remains the same. Regardless of what the woman does, you see. We are told in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 that the man ought to love his wife, love her unconditionally, in the same way that you, as a man, are to love your own wife, your internal wife, your feelings, your emotions unconditionally. And when you keep reading, it will tell you that women in turn are to reverence their husband, which means to deeply respect. You see, that is the payment for the love, so to speak. You see, now we have equity, dealing in balanced scales. You see, you as a man, you love your wife, and your wife in turn respects you deeply for that unconditional love that you give her. You see?